How can I help you?
I was gonna ask you the same thing.
Ah, a visitor. Word travels fast, it seems. As fast as time flies. Which makes sense, given that they're both a type of bird.
Word and time?
No doubt. You came for the Argonian known as Two Tails. I am he.
I see one tail. Never heard of you. The Two Tails? I am honored to meet you. I'm having trouble following you. Either I'm drunk or you're mad. Maybe both. Never heard of you.
Impossible. You speak to the first hero of the Fourth Era, blessed by the Divines, with a great and ancient power. With it, I will vanquish a great evil that has returned from centuries of slumber, and now threatens the very fabric of our world.
Oh, let me guess, dragons?
That's right. You would have guessed it had I not told you 2 seconds from now. I am Dwarven-born.
You don't look very dwarven. I see, the dragons have risen and you have chosen to stop them.
Dragons? Unthinkable. The dragons have been extinct for centuries. What is dead can never be revived. No, the ancient evil I speak of as dwarves returned from the land that time forgot to enslave mortals to work in their underground mines.
You're very upset about this.
Or, more specifically, a dwarf, Mazanuk, the God Eater. He returns with his army of mechanical spiders and centurions to end the day itself.
Who's Mazanok?
Your worst enemy and your best friend, as you are nothing but a dog to him.
Okay.
And like a good doggy, he's going to make you fetch dirt, then bring it to the surface while his army of centurions flog you with brass whips.
Just dirt, nothing more valuable than dirt.
Mazanok aims to devour the gods, at least the ones that live underground, and in doing so, propel our world into chaos. But as it is written in the Histbark, and inscribed in the assortment of spoons I keep in my pocket, all is not lost.
Oh, that's good.
For there is one that even the mad dwarf and his legion of machines fear. In their tongue, I am known as Thuammerdzin, Dwarvenborn.
Thuarmerdzen is a little bit of a mouthful. How did you discover your inane dwarven-born powers?
I was fishing near the coast of Nibben Bay in Cyrodiil when I saw a bearded mage standing by the bank. In his hand was the ugliest fishing staff I had ever seen, but when he raised it to the sky, a massive island rose right out of the water. On it were rocks, chiseled into the shape of dwarven heads, only they weren't rocks, but cheese.
You lost me a little bit.
Then, waving the staff around some more, he conjured 3 beggars to eat away at the cheese rocks, from its mustache down to its chin.
Yep, really lost me.
Their efforts revealed a secret portal, a gateway to the Dwemer homeworld.
Okay, what are you on? Can I have some? What did you do after the portal was revealed?
Curious, I followed him into the bay. I swam, he walked. I trailed him to the edge of the shoreline, just as he was about to enter the portal. Then he stopped and turned in my direction. I was hiding behind some brush, but I could have sworn he winked at me. Turns out there was just something in his eye, specifically the arrow that I shot in his face for winking at me.
You're not much of a people person. Wait, I thought you were fishing. What were you doing with the bow? This fishing staff, did it happen to be a wabbajack?
Wabba. What? It's a fishing staff. I had a hole in the end with which to catch salmon. In fact, I could have used the staff to catch twice as many fish, if I were a fisherman and not the one true savior of Skyrim. But first, I needed to step through that portal, which I had no problem doing. I didn't kill a man and 3 beggars to get more salmon.
When did you kill the beggars? What sort of powers does the Dwarvenborn possess?
As Dwarvenborn, I possess what is known as the Machine Hand. Simply by placing my palms on a device, I can disable it permanently.
Oh, my dad does that too.
I am now on a great quest to place my hands upon as many dwarven machinations as possible, so that I may render the God Eater's army inert. It doesn't matter if it's a broken spider or fully operational Centurion. One touch from my machine hand, and no smith can repair it.
Yeah, that's just my dad with technology. That's, I didn't know he was a hero for that. I repaired a dwarven spider. It called me master, and it seemed docile.
Oh, it may be your servant now, but when Mazanok sounds the clarion call through his steam horn, all of Tamriel will be overrun by spider hordes.
I do like the world that he's living in.
Spiders you repaired because you thought they would make nice pets.
Not even a pet, just a friend. I'd like to know more about this God Eater.
They say he was a gifted dwarf, blessed with the ability to craft, repair, and if need be, marry machines, simply by touching them. Some even say he learned the way of the voice, that he could direct his spiders to sweep the floors by issuing a simple 3-word command. Something like broom floor sweep, or beep boop bop, or insert tube here. You know, common phrases of the machine tongue.
Of course, yes, of course, as are very common terms.
Then, one day, while renovating an old cave, he came across a magic scroll written inside a tube of fungus. Inside was a 100,000-year-old prophecy, one that foretold what already happened 75,000 years ago, at the dawn of time.
So a history book.
It told of the age of the soup people.
The what?
Who flowed through the underground rivers of Nirn like a creamy magma.
Creamy magma.
And were extremely delicious.
Have you tried drinking magma before?
It warned of a day in the distant past when the soup would turn cold. So cold, it congealed. These jelly blobs and their scabs would be what they've become. The early beginnings of man and beast.
That doesn't explain why Mazanek wants to eat them. Broom, floor, sweep, if only that worked on people. If the divines are soup, how did they influence events? I won't dignify your nonsense with a response. Yeah, why does Mazanek want to eat them?
I told you they were delicious, didn't I? Seems that's reason enough.
Can't argue with that. What do you know of Mazanek's plans?
Only what the gods foretold. They say Mazanok will come from the west, charging down a mountain, led by an avalanche of metal boulders, spheres. Behind them will be the mad dwarf himself, riding in a steam-powered war carriage, pulled along by dwarven mammoths. They say when Mazanok makes his charge, the ore veins across Skyrim will melt, and the rivers will run bright with metal. Only the Dwarvenborn possesses the power to stop him. From here in the Eyrie, I can watch for his descent, as well as create a strategic barrier to protect myself from his spies.
I mean, that explains why he's staying in the tower then, yeah.
It's the only place that's completely safe. Mazanok has his spiders everywhere, hiding in the dirt like eight-legged mud crabs. They're out there right now, burrowed in the mud, not 40 paces from where we stand, using the grass and the weeds like an insect's antenna. Only these antennae aren't like the kind you find on a bug. No, attached at the end are magical listening spheres, painted white to look like flowers. Cut in balls, fungal pods, tulips.
Sure.
His eyes and ears are everywhere, searching for the one they call Dwarvenborn. Conversely, there isn't a section of wall or piece of dwarven metal that I haven't blessed with my machine hand. It's completely quarantined.
Alright.
Alright then.
I need to know. Hold on. No skooma. Alright. I was really expecting skooma. Honestly, that makes it more concerning. Honestly, I have, more questions then. I'm going to town. I'm going to Markarth. I don't have time for this dwarven nonsense. I like how, the Ebony Warrior's just hanging out now.
You are the one.
Nope, we're not doing this right now. We're not doing this. You stay in there.
This is the Silverblood Inn. I'll let you figure out who owns it by yourself.
So I forget, which one is the interesting NPCs one? Is it the Heard Any Rumors, or is it the... No. I guess he doesn't have anything.
People say there's someone in Riften that can change your face. Make you look completely different. Do you believe that?
I'm just being silly. I'm just struggling to remember which innkeepers actually give me work.
Yes, I've heard such things. The Jarl has things under control. Don't you worry.
So you're saying if I go to the Warrens right now, everything's gonna be good?
Remember, ale is cheaper than blood in Markarth.
I mean, I've never bought a pint of blood, so
Make
never
it
really
quick.
thought about it, but good to know. Yeah, it looks pretty shitty down here. All I have to say about it. Hello.
You don't want to be here. No one wants to.
What was it like, sitting in mine? We've all been talking about your escape, and being pardoned after. Amazing.
Don't know anyone here who doesn't have rattles or ataxia.
Alright, you stay away from me then. Hello. Oh,
And another poor sod bites the dust. We can't even blame this one on Jira Nur.
you just died.
Now, some people might fault the Silverbloods for these lovely accommodations. If you ever meet someone like that, it's best to keep your distance. Because that person not only lacks common sense, but is probably a skooma addict. For you see, a good businessman, and the Silverbloods, well, they are good businessmen. They don't let valuable property die. And that's all our friend here was. Property. But now, he's finally free.
Property? Are you saying he was a slave?
In reality, yes. But in the eyes of the law, no. Although his wages bordered on slavery, that fine line is what separates the villains from the virtuous.
Who are you?
An acquirer of property. Slaves. I promise them fortune and glory, and give them a life of bondage. But that was before.
He's very
A
forthcoming.
sad face on a beautiful woman can often make you think twice about what you do. So now, I no longer acquire slaves. I plan to free one. But right now, I'm just thirsty. Let's discuss
You
this
don't
over
want to
here.
be here. No one wants to.
I know, that's why I'm leaving. I don't want to be here, so we're getting a drink. It's very simple, it's very straightforward. You also just met me and immediately was like, oh yeah, let's
they
go.
say ale is cheaper than blood in Markarth. But I've found if you give a man enough ale, he'll give you a...
His blood for free. Cut himself off, but I read it.
Not that I would do that to you. You seem like the sort who can hold their liquor anyway.
Well, I did have a drinking contest with Sanguine. Maybe you've heard of him. Suffice it to say, I can't outdrink the Daedric Prince of Debauchery, but
They say that this
feel like
city
that's
once
not too
belonged
bad.
to the dwarves. Hard to believe, isn't it?
If I gotta lose to anyone, Sanguine,
Dwarves
that's fine.
running up and down the paths with their little dwarf children and their pointy dwarven hats.
Did they have pointy hats? Oh, they did! Yeah, okay, they did.
You want a cut of venison or mutton? Well, of course you do.
Klepper, my good man. How's married life?
Unlike my husband Klepper, I watch after our
I'm
guests.
sorry to hear it. But I've been in your shoes, and it's still better than walking on bare feet.
How about drink? None of that local piss. Real Blackbriar mead, fresh from Riften.
You read my mind, Klepper. A bottle of Blackbriar Reserve for me and my good friend here.
Oh, thank you.
Ah, alright, that's better. Now that we're settled, I take it you're gonna have some questions.
You mentioned falling for a slave. Back in the Warrens, you said you worked for slavers.
How did you manage?
So about this slavering, it's my understanding that slavery is very, very illegal.
Back when I was in prison.
Illegal, immoral, and downright mean.
You're lying.
But that doesn't
You're
stop
not
people from
quick
doing it,
enough to be a pickpocket.
just like anything else
What's
that's
the real
profitable.
reason?
But these folks are remnants of the old House Drez. People who consider slavery to be as natural as
I
breathing.
don't buy that story either.
For them, it's more than just the money.
That one's my
It's
favorite.
tradition.
It's an excuse is what it is. Slavers are the worst kind of scum. Slavery is as natural? Nope. Any friend of House Dress? Nope. I would love to get my hands on a stable of slaves. Man, 3 of these are not good. Oh wait, slavery is as natural as a swarm of mosquitoes in your trousers. I don't know if that's supposed to be No, that's not complimenting slavery then, because I've never had a swarm of mosquitoes in my trousers. You have to have serious... Well, I guess mosquitoes aren't attracted to swamp ants, so... Either way, there's one response that I like. Oh god, here's the Ebony Warrior, don't look at him, Vardath. It's an excuse is what it is. Slavers are the worst kind of scum.
I agree. Although bandits, vampires, and warlocks might object. At least slavers try to keep their property in working condition.
Yeah?
Oh, alright, that's better. Now that we're settled, I take it you're gonna have some questions.
Oh, wait. Alright. You mentioned falling for a slave?
Yeah, she was a girl from a small town in Whiterun by the name of Riverwood. They promised her a fortune in gold and gave her chains of iron.
I've been to Riverwood. What was her name? Were you involved in the kidnapping? Even if you free her, won't the slavers come after you? What are your plans after you free her?
Give us a coin.
Yeah, I've been to Riverwood. What's her name? I might know her.
Did I say Riverwood? I get these small Nord villages confused. It was another one.
And I'm a
Riverwood's been on my mind because
you're not getting any coin from me to gain.
dragons.
How did you meet this slave girl?
It was at Shattered Plank Cave, that's it. The other hunters and I were rounding up property and comparing the size of our spoils. But I only had eyes for that one. After that, I spent a lot of time in the slave mines, stealing her away for a disciplinary action. Now I hope to steal her away for good. Oh, alright, that's better.
Okay, just keeps
now that we're
looping
settled,
back to the beginning.
I take it you're gonna have some questions.
Okay, because then it unlocks the next one. You plan to free her. What's your next move? Back in the Warrens, you said you worked for slavers? Or used to?
Yep, and I had no problems doing it. I convinced myself I was giving them a better life. The slave masters I know make sure their property is well rested. You get a bed and 3 square meals a day. Of course, there's that pesky matter of losing your personal freedom that makes any benefits seem lousy in retrospect.
Who are the buyers? What sort of labor is this slave ring looking for? Slavers wouldn't look too kindly upon defectors. Who are the buyers?
All sorts of people, from all walks of life. There are those who want the labor, and others who want to make a political statement. Then there are those whose interests are more, well, you know, carnal. It really depends on what kind of property you're looking to purchase.
What sort of labor is this slave ring looking for? Yeah, you just brought up the more carnal pursuits.
The market changes, but generally, slaves fall into 3 categories. The hard labor, to work in the mines and the fields. The house labor, as in washing dishes, cleaning linens, sweeping the floor. And of course, the one thing that is always in demand...
Cheese.
...is whores.
Never mind.
Men, women, beasts. A noble is not a noble, without a harem to call their own.
Also, yeah, slavers wouldn't look too kindly upon defectors, it's true.
That's why I haven't technically defected. As in, I'm still working on how I plan to betray them. I was kind of hoping you'd help me.
Not suspicious at all. You want to free her. What's your next move?
Well, I was going to start by doing my old job. Recruiting a miner. Not as a slave, but as bait. You see, I haven't been delivering any slaves as of late, and my employers have told me not to return until I do so. So I need someone to serve as my prisoner and get me inside. Then it's just a matter of finding her and finding a way out.
Your motives sound honorable enough. I'd be willing to help. I'll help you. I want to see how this slave ring operates and learn from it. I'd be glad to help. I don't care about the slaves, but I do enjoy subterfuge. Your motives sound honorable enough. Yeah.
Oh, excellent. With you posing as a slave, I don't have to put one of these poor saps in danger.
Just me, right? Where's she being held?
Well, that's the tricky part. Right now, my dear Avella's probably headed to the docks in Shattered Plank Cave. That's where the slavers sort out their property and figure out who to send that to the auction house that week. So we could head them off there, or wait until she's sent off to Rothvine Manor, up north. Well, basically we can try either location, but it depends on what kind of cover story we're going to use. That will determine our next move.
We should take advantage of my looks. My strength would be ideal for hard labor. Given my background, I would be best suited to play the role of house servant. I'm not fit to play the role of a slave, but I can play the role of a buyer. He's like, He's like, I have to bring them a slave. It's like, oh, that's right. You know what? Let's change things up a bit. I'm not fit to play the role of a slave, but I can play the role of a buyer.
Interesting. Typically the slavers won't sell to an unknown. Well, not unless you pay the initiation fee. And that's no small sum. 1,000 gold.
1,000 gold. I've got 1,000 gold. That's a paltry sum. I'll play the role of a buyer, and you can vouch for me.
All right. Then it's settled. Find some fine clothes and meet me at Rothvine Manor, near the Thelmore Embassy, when you're ready.
Like you won't do different?
Come on.
Now, I think I have fine clothes on me, actually. I do. Fine boots, fine clothes.
Drink
And I'm a
clean
porter with no
rooms.
shipments coming.
Not
What
bad.
was that you said?
Not too shabby. I'm going to take off the cloak and the backpack.
This
That way you
wife of
can
mine.
really see
Nothing,
my
you
outfit
pig-headed
itself.
oaf.
I'm gonna take off the gauntlets as well. Yeah. I'm looking good. Oh god, oh god.
Something?
No, I'm fine.
Until next.
I was not trying to talk to you, I was trying to leave. Well, I think I found Rothvine Manor. I think I found it. You think they were gonna be suspicious of a nobleman, a supposed nobleman and buyer, jumping down the side of a mountain? I hope not. But that shows how important I am. I don't have time to walk the roads. I have to get here now. If it means jumping down a mountain, so be it.
Welcome to Rothvine Manor, friend, where people come for the slaves, but stay for the charm. I see you're appropriately dressed. Good. We can't have these people thinking you earned your fortune slaying bandits.
You told me I needed to wear fine clothes, so I had them in my pocket. My servants are appropriately dressed. I look absolutely fabulous. My story is I'm a textile broker, and I'm sticking to it.
Oh, so you developed a story. That will help, although not as much as the gold you have to pay to get in.
Here, 1,000 gold. Oh right, I knew I forgot something. Gold.
Yes, it's the only real way of showing these people you're serious about joining their club. If you come back repeatedly, 1,000 gold will seem like nothing compared to what you earn from your slaves.
How much did you say the entry fee was?
1,000 gold. Not a septim short of that will get you in.
Here, 1,000 gold.
Excellent. Now don't worry, it's only temporary. You'll get all your gold back and more when this is done. Guard, my friend here is the noble I was referring to earlier. I have the entry fee right here.
Thank you, sir. Go right on in.
Well, that should take care of getting us inside.
I don't like how
Now you can
condescending
mingle,
she sounded.
Or even bid on a slave. In fact, it would probably be best if you did, seeing as that's what you're here for.
I'm
Now
not,
remember,
but
no rough stuff. I don't want my dear Avella to get caught in the melee. The goal is to sneak her out.
got it.
That's right.
Oh, he was still talking, I'm sorry.
This orc was born and raised in a stronghold. He's worked the mines all his life. What about you, sir? Do you have 1,000 gold to bid on this titan?
Oh, indeed I do, indeed I do.
1,000 from the gentleman in the fine furs. Do I hear 2? Keep in mind, this isn't just any orc. He is disciplined, loyal, and there is not a trace of skooma in his blood.
The fact that he mentioned the skooma, I don't trust it now. There's skooma in his blood, everyone. Watch
1,000
out.
going once, going twice, sold to the gunman in the front. Our next
Oh god,
item is a lovely
oh, you're going to
maid
go
from Elin here.
inspect your new
Discerning
slave.
buyers will notice the pristine condition of her scales. That is because she is accustomed to serving her master indoors, lest her beauty wither in the hot, unforgiving sun.
So...
Shall we start the bidding at 500 gold?
So she's... an Argonian maid, you say?
500 from the gentleman up front. Do I hear 1,000?
Well, here's the thing. I can just...
take her.
I could just free her.
1,000. 1,000 gold from the charming young lady. Do I hear 1,500?
For that price? Sure.
Oh, the Thalmor's buying her.
Septims and worth every coin. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is a fully trained Argonian maid.
Oh boy.
She will sweep your floors, dust your cabinets, and if the situation calls for it, she will knead your loaf.
I don't like how you said that. I don't like how you're looking at me. The 1750, we're gonna set her free.
1750! Will that be the final bid for this lovely young lizard from an inn here? Going once, going twice.
25.
Whoa!
What was that, Sirrah? Did
Whoa!
I hear 25?
I heard that.
That's right, auctioneer. 2,500 septims.
This man back
Bid
here.
from the Imperial, 2,500 gold for this beautiful young Argonian. Do I hear 3? Going once? Going twice?
He doesn't let me do anything.
Going 3 times?
3,000 gold.
Remarkable. 3,000 gold! A record bid! And still, an absolute bargain for this item.
Listen, the other auctioneers, or the other people are gonna do some real terrible stuff to her.
Do I hear 4? Going once? Going twice? Going 3 times? Sold! To the newcomer in the front.
You're gonna be fine, don't worry. You're gonna be absolutely fine.
That concludes the early session. We will now
Prompt
take a brief
but bashful.
recess before
Oh,
returning
man.
with the
Yeah.
conclusion of today's auction.
You were gonna do some real messed up stuff, weren't you? You're gonna do some real weird stuff, weren't you? Hi.
Oh, are you my new master?
You don't have to talk to me like that. No! No! Yes, my dumpling I am. Are you experienced in kneading loaves? Not exactly. Just stay quiet and do as I say and you'll be free. I suppose I could use a maid. My blade does get... Oh, nope. Just stay quiet.
I have no idea what it is you imply, master. I am but a poor Argonian maid. If you take me to your home, I can start by polishing your bucklers. Oh, but I'm sure they are huge. It could take me all night.
Alright, I don't like you now. I don't have time for this.
I understand, my master.
Now, where's Vardath? I want to pay for my slave.
Some may say you paid a steep price for this one, Sarah, but you cannot put a price on happiness. Enjoy your new property.
What if I just bid on all the slaves and freed all of them? Huh? Maybe the others would be a little bit more, I don't know, cognizant. Maybe the other ones would catch on to what I'm doing, to what's going on here. Where is Vardath even? It's like, hey, speak with Vardath. Yeah, where? Where did he go? Oh god, that door just threw dust at me.
Let's hear it.
Wait, what?
So, how do I look? You know, there's something to this glass armor. Ugh. Why fight when you can just blind your enemies to death? In any case, change in plans. Or rather, the start of one. Put on that armor, and I'll follow you inside. We'll sneak my dear Avella out of this place before anyone realizes what's happened.
I didn't see her in there. There was a locked door where the slaves were exiting from. You get your slave, but I'm taking mine. I purchased a maid. Your plan is a waste of time. We kill them all, and we free the slaves. I've got a better idea. I kill you and go back to mingling with my new friends. Oof. There was a locked door where the slaves were exiting from.
That must be where they're holding her. Hopefully everyone will be a little too busy socializing to notice us.
So get guard armor. Did you kill another guard? Oh, you did. Thank you. How do I look? Okay, no, you don't need to inspect me that closely. I believe that I look that good. I believe that I can sell the role.
Just act natural. Well, as natural as one can look whilst wearing 20 pounds of elven glass on their back.
Oh yes, very natural. Oh, I love slavery and slaves and being a part of the slave trade. Isn't it great? Oh, fantastic, right?
Yes?
You must love slavery too, my good man.
What are you two doing away from your posts?
I was overcome with a sense of duty for being a slaver. Let us in, we want to poke the slaves. You look exhausted, I'm relieving you of your post. My partner has a taxi, we need to make sure the merchandise wasn't affected.
Lorcan's eyes! Do you realize what they'll do to us if one of the clients is infected? Get in there and give them this potion. I'll make sure you two aren't disturbed.
Alright, see?
So the recess is over already. Such a pity. I was just getting used to this cage.
I don't see any lady in here. Vardath, you want to talk about it?
Is your name Sergius?
What?
Who wants to know?
Your debtors, Imperial. It's time to pay up.
I see a note over there.
But how? How in Oblivion did you find me?
It wasn't easy. A slave has no identity. But a thief, he leaves his signature wherever he goes. And you were careless when you stole from your last master.
Wait, before you do anything stupid, listen to me. I can pay you double whatever your employer is paying.
How? From in there?
That sounds like a reasonable offer. On the other hand, I don't believe you.
Wait, how are you gonna do this? You need me to open... Nope, okay, you just stabbed him through the...
Oh, well, don't look so surprised.
Alright then.
I had to make up that sob story. It was the best way to enlist your help.
He's a little nervous right there.
Although perhaps I misjudged you. Maybe it's better if I tell you it straight. I was hired to kill this man. He was a thief, one who stole a significant sum of gold from my client.
I don't like being lied to. Forget about the slave, what about the gold? And how do I know you're telling the truth now? I don't like being lied to. I was in this for love. I was in this to help you and your love life, stranger.
I don't imagine anyone does. But think of it this way. You pissed off some very bad men today.
Oh.
All in all, I'd say your moral compass is still pointed north.
So what now? What about these slavers?
Well, I suggest we keep our armor on and just walk out. But if you want to free the slaves, we'll have to kill the slavers. In fact, I'd be willing to offer you my services, now and in the future, at half my normal rate. Of course, you could sneak into a room upstairs and change back to your fine clothes. If, say, you wanted to pay for one of the slaves you bid on.
Already paid.
But for now, here. It's your gold back, plus a little something extra. Your half of the payment for helping me kill this thief.
Well, I need the key to open that. Let me see this note. Letter from Gabania's man. Ralothi, after a thorough investigation, I have learned the wagon was headed for Solitude as promised. When it was intercepted by a vigilante, the Baron takes these incidents very seriously and has already secured an alternate route of transit, taking advantage of the docks along the northern shore. From now on, all property will arrive via the docks, where your men can see to personally that they reach Rothvine Manor. The Baron is not sorry, or the Baron is sorry for any delays this has caused. Gabania. Always Gabania. Hello. Okay, I can't talk to him. Well, there's only... Is there only one guard? No, there's that guard. And the two in here. I feel like we need to take out the guards first. Which I'm going to be detected. There's no way I can get like a sneak attack on any of them. Wait, I had it for a split second. For a split second I had my sneak attack. Oh well, whatever. Still worked. Oh, I was about to say, what if they didn't detect it? What if they still didn't at all? That would be incredible if they hadn't detected that. For a second, it looked like she wasn't going to. I just want to save everyone. Like, it's like, you can just leave. I'm like, I'm not just leaving, especially now that I know it's involved with Gabania. Gabania's dead. His daughter's dead. Everything involved in his shady-ass, terrible businesses is going down.
Oh well, must have run off.
Oh, Fardeth, you changed back. Who do you work for?
I don't divulge the names of my clients. I can tell you their habits, their likes and dislikes, and whether they snore in their sleep. But never their names.
Okay, well the quest hasn't ended yet. I need to find the key to the slave pen. Well, it says manor room key. It's not going to be for this though, is it? Oh, it is! You're free! You don't care. Wait, maybe he does. Okay, he is going to run for it. I think. Go, you're free. You're free. Almost, almost. Do you need a little help? If I can, like, bump you out of the way? Come on. You're almost out of here, buddy. Now, where's Bashful? You have a very masculine voice.
Oh, I've been this way since I was a hatchling, but I never liked to carry a sword. I am much happier shining my master's.
Nope.
When I think about polishing it, it makes me want to come in my best apron.
Okay, I don't like you.
Oh, what am I saying? Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
Can I get a refund on this? My maid is broken. It's time for you to leave this place.
Of course, master. I am yours to command.
You're free. You're free. Do as you wish.
But where will I go? I am but a poor Argonian maid who has never ridden a horse.
No one said you had to ride anything. Just walk.
But what about the snow? I heard there could be 8 inches today, and it comes so hard and fast. I feel like I need more practice to handle it.
I don't have time for this.
I understand, my master.
You don't. You clearly don't understand. Oh, I can't do anything with the business ledger. Oh well. Wait, is there gold in here? Do I get my gold back? No. Damn it. Oh, there we go. There's my gold. Perfect. Can I get my... like my original money back? My original 1,000 gold? Oh, that's locked? Well, if I haven't found the key for that yet, there's just not going to be a key. It might just be one of those where it's like, oh yeah, the key doesn't exist. Because they didn't put anything in that room at all. Okay, so I lost my 1,000 gold. I lost my initial deposit, but that's fine. We freed like 2 or 3 slaves in this, so mission accomplished.
Well, what do you know? We made it. And if I were you, I wouldn't stick around this auction house much longer.
I won't.
It's only a matter of time before someone comes for the bodies.
This is just the beginning. We need to find out who runs the slaver ring. It's Gabania.
For you, maybe. Me, I've gotten what I came for. As for what comes next, well, it all depends on who's paying me. Otherwise, I say we head over to Clapper's and get another drink. This time, you can buy. There once was a woman, as fair as an evening, as springtime in old Stros Mackay.
Ooh, he's a singer. Well, we made a slaver friend, or slave hunter friend, and we didn't find his love. There was no love. I got a slave that I didn't really like. I don't know what's gonna happen to her. She's free, and frankly, that doesn't necessarily sound like it was the best thing for her. I don't know what would have been best for her. But, oh, is that her? Is that you? Yeah, I feel like there's just nothing I can really say to her that I'd that I'd want to keep her actually around or something. What about tending to a farm? Do you have experience dealing with animals?
In Hammerfell, there were some who kept snakes as pets and would milk them for venom. But I am but a lowly maid, master. I cannot do such things.
Oh boy. Snake venom is a valuable commodity.
Snakes? Oh yes, I would milk those as well. My hands are very coarse, but I will do my best to go slow if we have the time.
Nope. I guess you could say I found love, or I found whatever this is. I'm scared to activate any of these dialogues because it's just going to be more innuendos. Where is this going to go? You're thin, even for a slave. What have they been feeding you?
My diet has been mostly chowder, master.
Oh, that wasn't sexual. No, and that is. God damn it. No. No. You're lucky. Most slaves just get stale bread. Okay.
Oh, the chowder always came with a hard, stale loaf. It was dark brown and nearly burnt to a crisp.
I'm not entirely sure how that's supposed to be sexual.
I found that if I left it in my mouth, it would soften up enough that I could swallow.
And there it is.
Sometimes I would spend hours just trying to inhale my master's loaf. But I will try my best to finish early if the master has not the time.
You're fired. And on that note, I need a drink.